Good morning from Manila, the Philippines, and I am so excited to be saying that. I feel as though if you've been a watcher of this channel over the last 3 years, I've been on and off, backwards and forwards to Southeast Asia, and I just love this continent so much, and I specifically have such fond memories in this country. I'm so excited to be back. I am here, which is hilarious, on a trip with I'm Here Travels, and I am hosting basically the other trip to the one that I hosted last year. So if you watched my channel last October, I hosted a trip in the Philippines, and I muddle them up off the top of my head. I'll pop them on the screen side by side. One of them kind of runs on the other side of the Philippines, going to Cebu, Malbol and Siargao, which was just incredible, by the way. And then this year I'm running the other tour, which goes from Manila to Palawan to Isla Duraco, terrible at pronouncing it. Basically each tour has 3 locations, and this one does start in Manila. So I got here yesterday, I met the group last night. Today is our first proper day exploring the city. I will say we ended up going out for drinks until very late last night, which, by the way, that was not my plan. I was shattered yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. And then I think once you get in a group dynamic and everybody's just chatting and having more drinks, suddenly the time flies by, and I was looking at my phone thinking, actually, how has this happened? So I am quite tired today, but that's okay. We've got a tour of Manila, we've got various different things going on. I actually don't know the full extent of what we're doing, but I'm excited because the first time I came to Manila back in 2022, I actually didn't have the best experience. I didn't love this city. I think all Asian cities can be a little bit overwhelming, and that's a sweeping statement. Obviously it's not true for every single one, but the big major capital cities in the main countries that people backpack in Southeast Asia, I personally find a bit overwhelming, and Manila was the worst for that. I just found it a lot. When Tom and I first came here, I think also we hadn't traveled as much, I was a lot younger, and I just found it very intense. So this is my current view. I have a amazing view of the city skyline. It is sunny, thankfully, because the weather looked like it was going to be rainy. To be honest, I'm just excited to see if this does change my opinion on this city, because I've kind of always said, anybody that has asked me, oh, where's your least favorite place that you've traveled, I genuinely do usually answer Manila, and there's not even a standout moment as to why. It's just of all the places I've been, this isn't somewhere I would necessarily rush back to. But it is obviously its capital city, it has its international airport, so it's the easiest in terms of a trip starting. So I am excited because I'm hopeful that this could actually change my experience, but I guess we shall find out. Anyway, without further ado, let's start the tour. Let's start vlog 1. I think there's going to be 2 Philippines vlogs. I'll probably just split it in half. Let's go to Manila. So like all good group tours, we started with a walking tour, and honestly, immediately my perception of this city was changed. Firstly, our tour guide was incredible, but secondly, we learned so much about the Philippines history. It's had a really turbulent past with so many different colonizations, leaderships, involvements in wars. I genuinely felt like I was learning a lot more than I did the first time, which really helped me kind of get a better perception for the country that I was in, which I do think is really important, especially when you've just landed somewhere brand new. You know what my favorite part of this is? Oh yeah. Alright, it has been a couple of hours. I have just been back at the room. We're staying in Lubdi, which is a hostel, and they are a really decent hostel, to be fair. And I'm in a private room, which I love. But we actually had a great day, guys. The side of Manila that I saw today was so different to the Manila that I saw 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever it was. I really liked it. We kind of went to the walled city, and everything that was in there was actually so beautiful. So I feel like I definitely learned a lot more about the Philippines history. It has a really interesting past, to be honest, and our tour guide, his name was Ma, he was amazing. He made the day. I think a good tour guide is genuinely what makes the experience. But I am now about to go down and meet everybody to go for dinner. I think it's going to be a very chilled evening. Last night obviously we ended up going out, and also tomorrow we actually have a flight at 6 a.m. we need to leave, I think, 6:30, 6 a.m. I'm trying very hard to not think about the fact that tomorrow Taylor Swift's new album comes out whilst I am mid-air with no signal. Very unfortunate timing, but what a first world problem. I'm not going to complain too much, but that is my current focus of my brain. Separate to that, total shift. Obviously we're going out for dinner and tonight I'm gonna try vegetarian sisig for the first time. So basically sisig, I'm actually not too sure how you say it. It's like a really classic Filipino dish, but obviously traditionally it is meat, and that is kind of like what people always try when they're here. I have never been able to try it. Can you hear the traffic sound? Because obviously I'm vegetarian and sometimes I do come a bit unstuck in terms of like trying local food across different bits of Southeast Asia, because a lot of it is meat heavy. And tonight the restaurant we're going to has a veggie option on the menu where it's like tofu and mushroom instead. So I'm quite excited. Good morning. It is so early, but we are going to Palawan today. I'm so excited. I have been looking forward to this bit of the trip the most. So today we're flying from Manila to Puerto Princesa. I think that's how you say that. And then we are driving from there to Port Barton, where we're going to spend the next few days. And then after Port Barton, we're going to El Nido. And I'm so excited. So yeah, it might be 6 a.m. There might be a new Taylor Swift album out today, but we vibe. And that is how you know it's going to be a good day. So after the early morning of travel, we did have a very chilled out day. It also actually rained in the afternoon, so we weren't up to much until the evening when the sun came out to play. Truly, this was one of the most gorgeous sunsets, and you're going to see a theme throughout this vlog because this is not the only time I'm going to tell you that. Look at that for a sunset. We have arrived in Port Barton and it was raining on the drive down, but I actually think that the rain has made the most incredible sunset, and I feel like every time I say that the camera just doesn't do it justice, and that is always the way. But we are coming out for a pretty chilled dinner along the beachfront. This is so different to the last time I was here, guys. The last time I was in Port Barton, like I keep on saying, it was like right after COVID and nothing was open. Like we basically ate on the beach. Also I look so rough. I've not really got ready for dinner. I was like, I'm just gonna go down and have some food. I didn't know the sky looked like this, so now I'm like, oh, I wish I put more effort in. But anyway, it's absolutely fine. But yeah, basically the last time I was here, there was nothing here. There wasn't even like restaurants, or I don't even really remember there being much other than the island hopping that we actually did here. Whereas now I'm like, oh, this is very much a backpacker location. Like it's a bit more vibey, there's a bit more going on. Over here there's like a beach club, so I'm quite excited. I don't know where we are going for dinner, but I'm sure it's going to be one of these, and apparently there's some like live music on the beach as well. So look at this, what a vibe. We are going island hopping. Woo! So excited, this is like our first big activity, and the weather has really pulled through. I'm so excited because yesterday it did rain, so I wasn't optimistic, but now I'm feeling good. Look at the boat. Hello, good morning. Talk about a literal paradise on earth, guys. These kind of moments are my favorite on group trips, because by now we've been traveling for a few days together. I was seeing some friendships starting to form, and we got to this deserted island that we had just to ourselves, and I was thinking, gosh, I feel just so incredibly content and lucky right now. And I know it's cheesy and cringy, but like genuinely, guys, this is the point. Like, do you know what I mean? This is the point. And everybody was just having these same kind of conversations over lunch, which, by the way, oh my goodness me, lunch was incredible. Boat drivers always just really know how to cook. It's crazy, but they'd really put on a show. This was like a work of art.
He looks like a natural.
He does, yeah.
Because he does this everywhere he goes.
Okay. Yeah. What if he fell off from here? He might die.
May just grab a coconut and...
How many times have you had that? Nice. Hello guys, it is now a lot later on. That was a lot of montage clips. I know, I feel as though I say this whenever I do a tour, but I spend so much of these trips just getting to know everybody and chatting that it doesn't always feel natural to just get my camera out on vlog. But I'm gonna try and be better at it, because I think we're gonna go for a few drinks tonight for a little party. It's a Saturday night, and like I said last night, Port Barton is so different to the last time I was here. Like, I honestly barely recognize it. Today was really lovely. The weather kind of turned halfway through the day, but like it didn't really spoil it. And I think that especially that first island that I was vlogging on, where it was just like the most beautiful beach and the palm trees, and like we stopped there and had lunch, and the people on the boat made the most fantastic lunch. Like, it was just so lovely. And I know that I sound like I say this on every group trip, but everybody is so lovely. Like, I feel like I'm just on a massive friend group holiday. But I have just got showered, washed my hair. I'm in a room with a girl called Isabel at the moment because I was by myself. And then yesterday there was a massive spider in my room, guys. I don't want to go over it too much, honestly. I feel like I always end up saying stuff like this and it puts people off, and I really, really don't want that. Even though I am here with like the biggest spider phobia, I do not think it should let you be put off traveling. But yesterday was actually really, really hard for me. I think I didn't vlog very much, to be honest, like from leaving Manila until I was on the beach, and in that time was when this happened, and I was in the room by myself, and I thought, I cannot sleep in these rooms by myself, because if this were to happen in the middle of the night, I would just have to go sleep outside. Like, it's not even up for debate. So a lovely girl called Isabel, who was on the trip and was on my Sri Lanka trip as well, very, very kindly was like, I will share a room with you, I'm not scared of spiders. So she has been an angel, a godsend. I've made her move every bit of furniture like 3 times just to chat, because they're not small here, guys. They're Australia sized. They're bush ticker trial sized. Honestly, I'm downplaying it. It was really, really difficult. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm gonna go down to the beach and grab some sunset pics if there is a sunset, and if not, I think maybe just grab a drink. Guys, today I discovered a beer that I like. It's an apple flavored beer. It basically tastes like an alcoholic appetizer. This is my outfit of the night. Wow, that's bloody good, isn't it? It's just this white beach dress from Hollister, but it's very, very short. I feel it's only acceptable on a beach, to be honest. Like, I don't think it was this short when I bought it. I don't know. That is mainly nearly my bum out, but I don't know, like, maybe it's shrunk. I think I can get away with it because it looks like it could nearly be shorts, but it's actually not shorts. It is just a dress, but whatever. Not to say it again, but this might be the best sunset I've ever seen in my life. I feel like that's gonna be this whole video, but I genuinely mean it, because the sky looks like it's on fire. When we first got here, we were like, oh, the sunset tonight might not really be giving, but honestly, it's turned out to be so gorgeous. Oh, I love this. I am sorry, look at that for a dinner spot. Are you joking? Apparently we're gonna have a pool party. I don't know if that's true. Isn't it? Is Sunday the 5th, and what have you to wake up to? Are you joking? Hello from El Nido. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here. This for sure is about to be my favorite leg of the journey. We traveled from Port Barton to El Nido today, and it is a bit of a long journey. It's like a 3.5 hour drive. We stopped a couple of times, we broke it up. The thing with backpacking and the thing with locations like this is that no 2 places that you want to visit are ever that close together. There's always like an act of actual traveling involved, and that was this morning. But we have arrived. I'm so excited. I'm going to bring you along. I loved El Nido the last time I was here. In fact, I'm going to say a big bold claim. There's been a lot of big bold claims in this vlog, but basically my big bold claim is the last time I was here, I think I genuinely experienced the most beautiful place in the world that I have ever been. To this day still, I think El Nido would take that spot. If people ask me like, where's the most beautiful place you've ever been? Island hopping from El Nido, that's my answer, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be the same on this trip, because it is just stunning here, guys. It's basically this little beach town, think classic like Southeast Asia, Filipino beach town community that has become quite a backpacker hotspot, and personally I like that because it means you've got the best of both worlds. You've got really great places to eat, you've got bars, you've got music, you've got karaoke places, you've got the ocean, and you've got multiple activities that you can do from here, which for me is like a win. And I mean, just look at the view from the window. Those cliffs, that gorgeous backdrop, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously the weather is not the best, and also neither is this angle. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get straight into it. Welcome to El Nido. So I didn't film an intro clip because, as you can imagine, we were all a little bit hungover the next morning. Not too bad though, because we were up and out early to go on the biggest day trip of the itinerary. Guys, this was our El Nido island hopping day. The day I was looking forward to the most, and for good reason, because it started off with kayaking at the famous Blue Lagoon. And I have banged on about this location many, many times, but genuinely it's worth every single second of hype that it gets. This is so beautiful. Yeah, I think we got it. Cleo's a pro, by the way, guys.
Oh, wow. Ah! Oh, look at fish.
Isn't this just...
I am like in awe.
I truly...
So relaxing.
So calm.
I don't think I realised I needed this advice.
Yeah.
Just absolutely
Woo, woo, woo.
We're going down in the jungle.
It's alright, this is for the vlog. Just keep kayaking. Look really happy. Candid. Look at the water. The weather pulled through because it had been forecast to rain. And again, just everybody was so happy. Hello from the ocean. Hello. Woo! Couldn't tell. This is like the bluest water I've maybe ever seen, and I feel like I say it a lot, but I actually think this might win. The boat's behind us. We're just going for a little walk to the sandbank, and everybody else is behind me over here. Wow, that's not really the cute vibes. The hair is giving rats, but it's so pretty. Everybody is walking to the sandbank, which is here, and then after this we're gonna go and get some lunch, which I'm excited about because I am hungry, and they're gonna cook us up like an island lunch from the boat, which is so exciting. How cute are the boats, by the way, guys? I love a Filipino boat, like with the little things at the side. I don't know what they're called, I don't know why they have them, but I love it. Look at this. Go for dinner. It is food time. This is my outfit of the night. I wanted to wear my hair down. I always think whenever I've got a strapless top on, my hair is like another blanket, but it's just not dried. So we've got it up in a bun and it's still wet, but that's fine. And I think tonight, guys, we're actually going for a curry. There's so much good food here in El Nido. There's genuinely just like restaurant after restaurant, bar after bar. You are spoiled for choice. And tonight it's time for an Indian. I'm so hungry, and I feel like we ate lunch so many hours ago. It's 8 p.m. now. Feels hours since food, so I'm very, very excited for this. I also just went to get my toes done, guys. I just paid about £8 for some gel nails. I'm not gonna do a close-up because nobody needs free feet photos, but just know, probably about a tenner. No, actually no, it was less than a tenner. Crazy, the UK could never. She gave me a pedicure as well. She like, washed my feet and did like too much, the most, for less than a tenner.
But I ignore, I always start the fight. I say it dims my light. I've been on fire lately. We're about to collide, but he still calls me baby. I haven't played nice yet, he still wants me. I give him hell, but heaven sent him. Calm down.
This is where we have spent the whole morning, and at the beginning of the day it was cloudy and now it is sunny, so we are going to do the zip line whilst the weather is good. It looks so much better now the sky is blue. No thank you. This is a beach club called Ancla, and basically it's one of these places where there's like a 1,000 peso minimum spend, which is like £9.50, but it's redeemable against like food and drink, and honestly I think it's worth it because it does have a swimming pool and it's also on the sea. And this is the sea. Like, are you kidding? Yeah, anyway, now, as I said, we are going to do the zip line, so we've got a little bit of a journey. I don't think it's very far at all. The last time I was here, the zip line was not open. Oh, there's a dog. Hey. So this is gonna be my first time doing it. I'm very, very excited, and I'm so glad that the weather has pulled through. Like I said this morning, we are getting quite temperamental with like the tropics. So it is raining on and off, but like, it's definitely not ruining it, look at that. But obviously I was thinking, oh, zip line in the rain. I literally did that in Sri Lanka, and kind of makes it miserable, like it's not the same vibes, especially because this is a really, really long zip line. You like zip line from one island to another. So I'm so glad it's sunny. Here we go, it's zip line time. I'm not gonna watch them setting off because it scares me a little bit, so I'm just gonna focus on that. And we actually end all the way on the other island, so you're like completely over the sea, which I actually do think is so cool. So this is what El Nido High Street looks like in an evening. This is basically what it looks like. There's so many restaurants and bars, like every single one of these, different restaurant, different bar, different place that you can eat. Souvenir shops, which we love. I think we're maybe gonna go shopping tomorrow morning. I wanna get a t-shirt, you know I wanna get a t-shirt. And then some of the group are in here currently getting an ice cream. Good morning. It is our last morning in El Nido before we head to island life. I'm literally not going to say any more, but basically I can't remember if I've already said in this vlog or not. We are spending a couple of days off grid, somewhere very remote, somewhere not built up like this, where obviously you can see there is like life behind me. But we actually have a full free morning, so I thought I'd get up early. A lot of people went on a night out last night. I'm very proud of myself because I find it incredibly hard to like not join in on trips like this because I feel as though I should just be doing everything. But last night I was just not in like the right headspace to go on a night out. I honestly feel as though, you know when you just know that you're like, I don't really need to drink, I don't really want to stay out late. Usually I do it anyway, but I was like, I actually think just for my own sake I need to tap out. And I did. So that's on your frontal lobe developing, and I feel much better for it this morning. It's 8 AM right now. The beach is beautiful. And there's so much of El Nido that I want to see that I didn't see the last time I was here because it was closed. And on this trip, obviously, we've been busy during the day. So we've got a full free morning and I've got some work to do. So I thought I'll find a nice little co-working space, somewhere that I can sit. And look at that. Not a bad work spot. Alright guys, I thought we'd have an actual little chat because I know this vlog's been all over the place and this is the perfect place to do it from. So hello, welcome to my chatty section of the vlog from El Nido Beach. I am out by myself this morning because I think I did just briefly mention it, but I don't know how much of that clip I'll have included. I was filming on my phone, I was in a rush, and then I thought, Molly, you've got a camera set up and a microphone, like this is your job. Stop filming on the front facing camera of your iPhone. But as you can see, I am currently, is it gonna track me? Let me just do a little pan around and show you where I actually am because this camera will follow me and the view in every single direction. Can you actually believe it's a Wednesday morning? This is the view, this is the vibes, this is the Philippines, guys. Like I am genuinely a massive freaking fan of this country, and I think that it is somewhere that gets slept on when it comes to people backpacking in Southeast Asia. I know so many people that travel in Southeast Asia and they go Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, maybe Bali, obviously, and they miss the Philippines because it can be a bit of a stressful country to organise travelling in. Like, it's so spread out, it's thousands and thousands of islands. But now that I'm here, I'm thinking, do you know what? This is one of my favourite countries in the world, and I think coming back to El Nido has really solidified that for me. Like last year we travelled the other side of the Philippines. It's basically split into like the east and the west. And I get really geographically confused, but this is the west side of the Philippines. Hence, I'm Here Travels call it the sunset tour because you get the incredible sunsets because we're in the west. And basically, I have just been reminded of how much I like it here. I think if you've been to Thailand, but you've never been to the Philippines, in my opinion, is like a slightly less busy, slightly slower version of Thailand. And I think that is its appeal. Thailand is very touristy, not everywhere. And to be honest, it doesn't put me off it, but like, I do feel as though the Philippines is slightly less so. I also think we are here and it's slightly quiet season. Like it's been a bit rainy, as I've mentioned, but the reason that I'm having a chat with you is because I know the vlog's been not very concise and a lot of voiced over sections, and I did just kind of want to have a chat because I think I've had a lot of realizations on this trip because I've been doing group tours and group travel now for like 2 years and I love it, but I also struggle with social battery burnout, which I don't think I realized I did until I started hosting group trips, because basically it's socializing with 19 different people constantly for 10 days, and that is such a contrast from my normal day-to-day life, because in my normal day-to-day life I don't work with anybody. I have no colleagues, I work alone, I am headphones on almost always. Sometimes during the day I won't speak because if I'm working from home and there's nobody in, I'm just sat in silence, and it's actually very lonely. It's a very isolating job, and I think that then this is such a contrast to that. But sometimes I struggle a little bit, and last night I was really deep in the fact that like it is a massive push out of my comfort zone. When I started running these trips, I would never have come on one without Tom or without my brother, because I find it quite a lot to like, not a lot to deal with. It's literally the biggest pleasure of my life to get to do this as a job. Like, what do you mean this is part of work? Like, that is crazy. I have zero complaints. But I also think it's important to recognize, and this goes for just travel in general, not like hosting group trips, but just travel. Like, it is okay if you actually need a rest. I think if you're backpacking
and you're constantly on an itinerary, and every single day you're like yesterday I did like a zip line, and the day before that we did like 8 hours of island hopping, and nothing is stressful, nothing is taxing. It's a gorgeous problem to have, but I think it's okay if one night you want to have an early night, and I think that sometimes I forget that. So this is me telling you, if you're watching this because you're coming backpacking, I think it's so okay to have downtime and alone time. If you are somebody that is used to your alone time, prioritize that, because I think otherwise it becomes like you do stuff for the sake of it. Like last night, if I'd have gone on that night out, it would have been for the sake of it. And I do think a lot of that is on like growth. Bottom line of that is I am waffling on. You don't really need to hear me tell her that, but I wanted to just talk to you properly at the end of this video and say like thank you. Honestly, I think something that I really think about a lot is the butterfly effect of my first Southeast Asia trip. And I was talking to my friend Sean about this just the other day, because Sean basically is a friend that I met the first time I went to Thailand. You'll have seen him in my vlogs if you're a long time viewer, and he is one of the co-founders of I'm Here Travels, along with one of my other good friends, Amir, and they basically started this company as a result of us all meeting in the Philippines nearly 4 years ago. And I do sometimes think all of the things in my life now that are big parts of my life came from something so unexpected, or something that was not initially planned. We would never have even come to the Philippines if we hadn't have changed our plans when we were in Thailand. Like there's so many knock-on effects. I came to Southeast Asia without a plan, without any knowledge of really where I was going, what I was doing. Tom and I were very much just like, let's go to Thailand and then see what happens. We didn't have anything booked, and we ended up in the Philippines just coincidentally, and we met these two people that have now caused this trip to be happening. And then I think all of those plans weren't originally meant to happen, and how that accident has meant that my life looks like this now. Like I honestly can't fathom it. I think it's a sliding doors moment, it's a butterfly effect moment. I actually think I want to get a little butterfly tattoo, because I can't come to Southeast Asia now without thinking, God, that first 4 months that I spent here in 2022 has literally changed my life in every single aspect. Like my closest friends, like my day-to-day, how I spend my year, my income. Like there's so many things where I just think, God, imagine I never did that. Like imagine I sat during COVID and thought, actually, I think I will just get a different job or buy a house. I don't know, there's so many things. Knock-on effect is crazy. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog because I am actually about to start a second separate vlog from the Philippines. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I have a very exciting plan coming up over the next 2 days where I'm going completely off grid, and I'm very nervous, very nervous, but I am excited too, slightly. So I'm gonna film it separately. So if you have enjoyed this one, I know it's been bitty, I have explained why. Do give it a thumbs up. If you're from the Philippines, let me know. If you've visited the Philippines, let me know. And if you would like to visit the Philippines and you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise guys, I shall be back on my channel very soon with another video. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and yeah, love you and leave you. Goodbye.
Bye.